the further away we get on the timeline from the actual event itself, the more fanciful and the more frequent these appearances seem to be recounted. Is this not? Can you understand the suspicion upon someone reading the Gospels in their historical order might have in thinking that we have this development of what they may suspect is a myth over
Yeah,
time?
I can understand it, but I think that that is based upon a failure to appreciate the effort of New Testament historians to get at the traditional sources behind the gospel stories so that it's not simply the date of when the gospels were written. What's important here is the date of the traditions that they embody. And so, for example, in Matthew and Luke, you have traditions of the appearances that are independent of Mark. They didn't come from Mark, but neither are they simply invented out of whole cloth by Matthew and Luke because they have these telltale signs of uh, tradition that has been handed on and received by these authors. And similarly with the traditions in John. So I think what you've got is multiple independent traditions of these post-mortem appearances of Jesus. And it won't do to just write these off as legendary or mythical because they go right back to the earliest sources, such as Paul's tradition that he hands on in 1 Corinthians 15, which goes back to within 5 years after Jesus' death, the pre-Markan passion story of Jesus, which foreshadows his appearance in Galilee and is an extremely early source. And then you've got these sources behind Matthew and Luke and John that also speak of these post-mortem appearances of Jesus. So it would be unreasonable to just say that these are all late developing legends that did not characterize the experience of the earliest disciples. And as I say, this isn't just sort of my opinion. This is the virtually unanimous opinion of historical Jesus scholarship.